Hello Scorpio, welcome to your February 2022 love and general tarot reading. I'm Gemstone Tarot and you are Scorpio. This is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, cross watchers. Everybody is welcome. Lair the cat joins us. You might hear her snoring a little bit. There she is. Might be joined by Valentine, my other cat. We just don't know. See how it goes. Anything can happen. Okay, Scorpio, February 2022. What do we need to know? Of course, it has Valentine's Day in it. Mercury's still retrograde until the 4th, which has a sort of a bearing on it because it takes another, I think it takes another few days for it to kind of go the right way. You know, there's like a shadow period at the end. Oh, interesting cards so far. Scorpio, I think you're involved, some of you, in, yes, a situation. That's what I'm going to call it, a situation. For one or two of you, this is a situation with a third party involvement. Ooh. I want to know what that one is. Ooh. Okay. Let's have a look and then I will use my other camera and show you these cards so you can see the way it's looking as a spread as well. The overall energy cards don't really tell the story actually, because we've got the Page of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles, well, what it does tell us, I mean, often it comes out and you're like, oh, boring, Page of Pentacles. Well, I am sometimes, you think, ugh, yawn. But the Page of Pentacles does tell us there's a season going on. You know, we got this guy standing in the fields and different crops are growing at different rates, and he kind of knows what's going to grow and when. It's like, I've planted these seeds, I will bide my time, and then this will come up or that will come up. I feel like you're involved in a situation that could be described as a season. It's going through like emotional weather changes, okay? It feels suspenseful and it feels suspended. And it may have been the case throughout Mercury retrograde, which was sort of from the 14th of January, which will be really until about the 14th of February. It feels like something, two things. It feels like something's placed on hold a bit, but it also feels like there's somebody else interfering or involved or some kind of unknown things or secrets. I know that sounds really vague, and it is vague at the moment until we start digging in, but that energy is quite powerful and it feels that way. It feels powerful. Then your other overall energy cards are the King of Cups with the King of Pentacles. So we've got two kings here, two very different kings as well. King of Cups is esoteric. He represents usually Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. King of Pentacles is far more kind of solid. He's an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. He's amassed wealth. He holds on to it. He knows how to administrate. He's reliable. He shows up on time. He's also a development on from the Page of Pentacles. We've got the Page, we've got the Knight, then we've got the King. For some of you, you may have to choose between two different people, or you may choose between two types of people. For others of you, I think you're dealing with a person who shows up in two different ways. Sometimes they show up good and reliable, and sometimes they show up and they're different. I mean, the King of Cups he does hold a really big cup. He does represent altered states, or someone, you know, like you're completely different when you're drunk, that kind of feeling. I feel like somebody may have been quite open with you, quite emotional with you, and quite touching with you, you know, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Intimate. There's been intimacy, and I don't necessarily mean in bed. I mean secrets have been shared, or there's been long conversations, or at some point you talked about important things, and then something got stuck. Let's have a look at the cards. Might have to do a bit of adjustment. Usually the camera is everywhere except the cards, and they are a bit sideways. So let's just do that and bring them down a bit. So we've seen these overall energy cards, so I'm just going to put them to the side so we can focus on what we've got. Okay. If you look here at the Seven of Wands, okay, this is Mars in Leo energy. It's the energy of there being a fight or a tussle or some kind of repetitive argument. This card comes up when you're having the same argument with somebody, or there is something that you're talking about with somebody that never really gets resolved. It feels like there are many people fighting in this picture, and it just feels like there are many people with their finger in this pie, whatever it is. This could be a situation where something is playing out for you on social media. It could be a work situation with a group of colleagues. Or it can be like a romantic situation which has just become really entangled and overcomplicated. But I think the reason why it's overcomplicated is because somebody isn't being straight up about something. I think you feel like, I mean, Scorpios are the best at knowing when something, excuse me, I've got allergies at the moment, at knowing when something's being covered up. And I'm sure that you have the feeling that something is being covered up. We've got here the Queen of Wands, which we'll come back to in a minute, and the Moon card. Now the Moon has Hecate, the three-headed goddess, and Cerberus, the three-headed dog. This is a card of mystery and my version, your version, and the truth. Three sides to every story. Things being hidden, things being concealed. But as a Scorpio, you can feel they're being concealed, and that makes you, I would say, nervous, but also a bit just off your game with this. You will sense this situation and you don't particularly like it. I think it's tension. It causes tension. Over here, we've got this Three of Swords. Again, another three. My version, your version, and the truth. And this particular Three of Swords has Agamemnon, who's been killed, he's in the bath. Clytemnestra, his wife, and her lover, who plotted his murder on his return from war. Three of Swords can be a card of betrayal. Not always, but sometimes. And also over here, we've got the Three of Wands. Now, this particular card is Jason and the Argonauts. And while Jason was away on his quest, this guy, who just so happens to be this guy, who's the King of Cups, let's try and do it that way, has stolen his crown while he was away. And Jason is reclaiming his birthright back. You may be called upon or feel like you need to reclaim something or someone as your own. That's the feeling I get from this. Now, for some of you, with the Queen of Wands in the frame, occasionally the Queen of Wands for me can come out as a third party or a karmic. I'm going to take a card for her. Let's put you there. What do we need to know about this Queen of Wands? Right, some cards just fell on the floor. Cripes. Okay, no, I like this. It's easier to show you like this. So we had the Eight of Swords in the reverse, which is a sense of freedom, being freed from something. The Ace of Cups. The Six of Cups. The Empress. I love that. And the Eight of Pentacles. What I'm getting from these is a very, very strong and dominant female figure. For some of you, there may have been an issue with somebody about whether they were loyal, about whether they were true to you, about whether they were talking to other people about what was going on. It feels like with this Empress card and the Ace of Cups card, both of which are Venus cards, it feels like you triumph over this Queen of Wands. When you get the Empress, she is all four queens put together. She has the power of all four queens put together. She's also ruled by Venus, the Empress, and this is Venus holding up the cup. If you are struggling in some kind of competition or some kind of choice, or there's some kind of situation and you're not sure, it looks to me, do you remember up here we had the Six of Wands, like you will triumph, okay? Looks to me like you will triumph. This Six of Cups, for some of you this is an ex or someone you're in separation from at the moment. There is some kind of Seven of Wands, hiatus, bump in the road, whatever you want to call it. And it feels up here, Hanged Man. It feels like things have become unknown, suspended, postponed, you know, kept on hold, whatever it is. And I feel that actually has been to your advantage, even though it may not feel like that's been to your advantage. I think it has. These two cards together are really, really powerful. You have the power. You are that divine feminine energy in this. It feels very like you're trumping something. Like you trump this Queen of Wands. You trump this hidden secret energy. And you win. And I know it's not all about the winning, it's all about the taking part. But, you know, you win. Okay. With the Six of Cups in the mix, there is a need sometimes to go back. I mean, I'll be interested to know in the extended reading if the Judgment card comes out, because I'm always looking for the Judgment card. Yeah. Eight of Pentacles also came out for this. There is a need for you. For some of you, this is about an ex. This is about somebody where you've drifted or something's happened. It's become separated, you know, distant, whatever it is. And it feels like there is now an opportunity, not right now though, because we've got that Page of Pentacles. It's like a slow growing thing. Maybe you're re-establishing a relationship. Maybe they're still involved with that Queen of Wands. But either way, you are offered an opportunity to triumph if you want to. Now, if you don't, and you just think to yourself, well, actually, you know, had your chance, Sunny Bean, know that there will be something big on offer to you with the Ace of Cups. That's big love. I like that energy. You know, that cup is massive. You got Venus twice. It's lovely energy. You don't need this unless you want it. And if you want it, you can be clever about how you get it. It can come to you. Okay? The Lovers. Now, here we have Paris choosing between 3 women. He should be so lucky. One of them is Aphrodite in the middle. One of them is Athene over here with the funny hat on. And the one with the purple dress is Helen of Troy. And he needs to give the apple to whichever one he finds the fairest. I know. When you get the Lovers, there is a choice to be made. And there is a choice to be made here. I don't think it's yet. I think the choice is a bit down the line. It feels like when you get a choice with the Lovers, it feels like there is a sacrifice. So when you make a choice, you close one door and you open another, but you still have to close one door. You know, it's that kind of energy. For some of you, somebody needs to choose. Somebody else needs to choose. We've got that 3 of Swords and the 3 of Wands. And there is no real choice, as in you do triumph here if you want to. You're the winner. It's clear. For a few of you, you need to choose between the King of Pentacles and the King of Cups. It could be an earth sign and a water sign person. Down here, we have the Star card. So you could be dealing with an Aquarius for some of you, and some of you are. But more importantly, the Star card says you must hold on to your dream of how you want things to be. And do not compromise for anyone. Because with the Ace of Cups, you can have it as big as you want it. You know, you can have the big love. You don't have to hang on to anything that's anything other than amazing. Even if in the past you felt like you did. 5 of Pentacles. Some of you may choose to take that lonely walk in what I call the lonely walk in the snow. You may decide it's not good enough for you. In the extended reading, I'm going to look at your person because they aren't showing up so much in the reading and identifying themselves. I'm going to look at how they feel about you and what is going on behind your back, actually, I think. Or behind the scenes with that Moon card. We're going to do a lot of clarifying around that Moon card, okay? If this has resonated with you and you want to look at the extended reading, the link is in the description box below the video and you can do that. 9 of Pentacles, you've learned to stand on your own 2 feet. You don't need this person. You may want this person and that's fine, but you don't need them like you used to. And I think that that surprises them a bit. Let's have some Romance Angel Oracle cards. If there are secrets that you feel have been concealed from you, if this person has caused you to feel that they're kind of hiding something, they will be forced to come out with it. This is, I just don't think that it's going to hold, and I think that will happen after Valentine's Day or even around Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day felt like a big deal for you when I started your reading, and I don't normally make a big deal of it. But it did feel, yeah, felt like a big deal for you. Romance Angel Oracle cards, you get You Deserve Love. You are lovable. I think with the Empress card, you've learned that lesson yourself. Maybe while being in separation from somebody. This is what happens, you know, people play catch up. Very often when there is a breakup or a separation, you feel quite low and someone knows you as somebody who's feeling quite low. And then in that adversity, you really, really find your feet. You find out who you are and you find strength. Some of you are dealing with a Leo. Some of you have a lot of Leo in your charts. So you deserve love. I think you're already there. And then finances and career. For some of you, there is a crossover here. This could be someone you know through work. But also with this King of Pentacles, there's a crossover about what you deserve in all areas of your life. Financial, work, you know, what you're being paid or what you're not being paid, what you're worth. This is about your worth. And romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. And for some of you, you may have shut that part of you down for a bit if you've had to preserve yourself. You know, if you've felt that you were at threat of being really hurt by somebody, you may have kind of closed the door on that. So this feels like something has been on hold with the Hanged Man. Something has been mysterious with the Moon. Certain things have been unsaid, maybe deliberately. Maybe by both of you, but a lot by this person. The Queen of Wands for some of you is an interfering energy of some kind. But also with the Six of Wands, you triumph in the end over that. Okay? In the extended reading, we're going to have a look at what you need to know, what's behind the scenes, and what you can do to best move forward in this situation and make it to your full advantage. Okay, so the link is in the description box below. Do hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you soon. Namaste.